Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to Lunch with Our Long Ears. It is Tuesday, December 2nd, Giving Tuesday in the United States. And we would like to thank the donors that have given money to Burro Base Camp this morning. Most gave through our Colorado Gives campaign, which is fantastic because that's where we're trying to drive our donations right now, is into our Colorado Gives promotion and fundraiser, and that actually concludes next Tuesday, December 9th, which is Colorado Gives Day. So you'll see lots of posts and lots of updates regarding that in the next several days as we get closer to Tuesday. And to reiterate once again, we're focused on our Burro backers, monthly donors. Any new monthly donor that donates any amount of money, the amount of money for the first month will be matched up to $100 by the Colorado Gives Foundation, and that money goes in to support our burros and our programming for everything that's happening here. So we thank you again. Thank you for all of the generous donations. I was going to potentially see how things go as we're walking along. We've had a couple donations that have come in from our wish list that I haven't had the opportunity to open up yet, so we can take a look and see what we got. And we thank you to the donors that sent things from both Chewy and Amazon. Those things are supplies and tools that we use on a daily basis and things that we go through and replenish. So we greatly appreciate the support. Coming up Saturday, we have or Sunday, we have our Burro Brims event, and the ability to select your hat has been closed as of yesterday because we had to put the order in to ship them. However, we do have extra black and extra beige cowboy hats. So if you would still like to come, you are welcome to join us. The registration link is on our website. And we would love to see you on Sunday between 3 and 7 in Elizabeth, Colorado, Casey Jones Pavilion. So I think that's a couple of our updates for now. Hope everybody had a really nice, happy Thanksgiving and enjoyed the time. We had a pretty big cold snap that moved through here. So you can see we now have snow on the ground, our first official snow of 2025, and big temperature drops from what we've been having. We've been having a pretty mild fall. And so we had, the first couple donkeys that were shivering and things like that. So we had a couple that we were wearing coats and just been keeping an eye on everybody. We have another storm that's expected to move in later this afternoon and bring us up to about 7 or 8 inches of snow between now and tomorrow afternoon. So things are about to change again. We're trying to get pens cleaned up and trying to get things done around here while it's nice. We're actually all in the process of stripping clothes down. I just went inside and changed out of my coveralls and my bulky coat and my knit hat because I was roasting to death, and now the wind picked up, so that's why the hood is up again. But it's actually quite warm and pretty nice out, so we're trying to take as much advantage of that as we can before the snow moves in again. We also have the vet coming this afternoon, coming about 1 o'clock, so we're trying to get ready for that. We have some Coggins tests and some health certs to do for some donkeys that are going home to a new home out of state. So with travel out of state, there's a lot of paperwork that is involved in that, as well as with the epidemic of the EHV1 virus, making sure that we are safe to transport and safe to bring our donkeys to a new place. So that will be happening this afternoon. We have a couple that are going to get teeth loaded and just routine vet stuff to take care of before they can head home. As far as teeth loading goes, I get a lot of questions on that on a regular basis, so we'll just stand here and give donkeys in the background. There's a couple of them getting drinks out of the waters. But teeth floating is routine care as far as a donkey is concerned, but it's not a scheduled care. We schedule on our vet's advice of checking their teeth when they get their vaccinations. They develop what's called points, and they develop hooks, and they develop things like that inside their teeth, and the floating process goes in and files those things down so that they don't develop ulcers in their cheeks and don't impede on their chewing surfaces, so that they can continue to mandible the hay and get the nutrients and things that they need out of that. So that is teeth floating. Other than that, I think everybody out here is doing pretty well. Got a bunch up eating straw, bunch taking naps because it's nice and dry and warm. So we're taking advantage of that. I'm deciding if I'm getting crazy or not in our walk around today. This is one of our most recent grants that we received, is that we got what's called fetlock ID bands for our donkeys, and we're going to put on either a orange, pink, or green band onto everybody's fetlock, onto their ankles, as far as we're concerned, as a means of ID and just as a means of keeping track of who's who and who's where, and as well as helping visitors and people to know who we have that is currently adopted or that is a permanent resident or who is available. So we'll have a color-coded system. We have some that got their names on them. Those are the permanent residents. Everybody else is going to have a number. They're just labeled and numbered BBC with a number in front of them. So this one's 51. But we're going to work over the next several days. Might take us a couple weeks to get all of these ID tags onto our donkeys. And that came as compliments of a grant through Colorado Unwanted Horse Alliance and this Colorado Department of Agriculture. So we would like to thank both of those parties for the funds to make this purchase, as well as the Equester Safe company, who supported our rescue and helped us in the cost, as well as providing us with some other supplies that we can share with our adopters. Their banner will be posted here shortly on our wall of banners and people who help us and support our programming. And we just want to shout out to them and say thank you as well. So let's take a walk and we'll go see. You guys want to say hi real quick? Everybody's getting very, very fuzzy. Winter coats are coming in thick and full. You guys have bands in here. You do. You do. You can't eat them, Dolly. So this is Winston and Scout and Dolly and Taz and Colby. Coming up behind them is Bullet back there. So Winston, Scout, and Taz will have orange bands because they're permanent residents. They live back here and they have jobs other than just being cute donkeys, and ones that have been here since they were little itty bitty babies. But they are our ambassadors and they travel with us to our events. But they also help all these guys in this pen, who are mostly our new guys, to learn that people are okay and to learn how to interact with people. Taz is very, very good about greeting everybody at the gate and saying hello when you pull in your car, and teaching that the people pulling in are somebody that we usually want to interact with, not somebody that we necessarily need to hide from. So Taz is very good at helping everybody become burro brave. Taz, Scout, and Winston they're all the same age, but they have very distinct personalities. Taz is definitely fits to his name of the Tasmanian Devil. Scout is the most mellow of them all, and Winston is a little bit of the class clown, but he's a good boy and he's a smart boy, so he just has to be reminded every once in a while that he needs to be a smart boy. Now we have, I think this is Chip. Not Chip, it's Dale. Came up to visit. You say hi, buddy. Taz, you want me to find your bracelet? Let's see if we can put it on. Let me see where it is. Here's Winston's. Here's Scout's. Here's Taz. We'll make Taz the first. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Let's see what we got. The cat's gonna help me. Look, Taz. A bracelet? No, not today. Probably not my best angle to do this at. Let's see. Who else do I have? Lincoln? Where's Scout? Where's Scout? See how this goes, and that may be the answer as to whether or not we're going to do it in our pen on live. So if it's going to require my two hands and more concentration than I'm able to provide right here, then come here, Scout. Come here. You want to smell? Yeah. It's not scary. It's not scary. Come here, Scout. We got one more that we can try right here. If you're the calm one, we'll be really surprised, Winston. Can I smell? It's not scary. It's not. Anytime we introduce something new, we give them the opportunity to check it out. I'm gonna let things go for a minute and we'll work on it. But next time, hopefully when you get to see our video next week, you'll see that we've made progress and gotten some of those bands put onto these guys. A couple more visitors that have come up to the fence. These guys are getting more and more interactive every day. It's really fun. That is Breaker. That is Breaker and Pirate. Breaker's available for adoption. He's a 3-year-old, I believe. BLM guy. Pirate also available for adoption. So we'll go take a walk with these guys, check in on the rest of the farm. Cats are out. Chickens are out. Everybody's enjoying the sun. We had a couple real cold days, very windy days. I was lucky to not be here for most of it. Grateful to everybody that helped take care of the farm while I was gone. So we'll go up and say hi to these guys and we can let them out into the pasture like we did last week. Hopefully Maisie Daisy is not limping for us this week. She seems to be better, making progress there. So with it being so cold in the mornings, the places that are not hooked up to waters, we have to wait for things to thaw out a little bit before we can fill waters. So that's part of our midday routine right now. Hi guys. Probably avoid the one up top. Here's Mr. Smarty Marty. Smarty Marty. Hi, buddy. Mwah. Mwah. This is Teton. Max is over there. Lenny, Milo, Minnie, Niner, Genevieve's coming up the hill. You guys want to go outside and play? We have not gotten to their pen yet for morning cleaning. Still time. You guys want to go out and play? Had a lot of wildlife activity. Nance, let's go for a walk in the pasture real quick. We'll give them some cool wildlife. Come on, buddy. We'll take them over and show them this herd of elk. So lots of wildlife movement. We have migration of birds happening. We've had some geese coming through, big flocks of geese. We had a snow goose that found its way here. That was a new one that we had never seen before. We actually have a badger that's currently living in our pasture. So that's new. But if we walk over here, see if Nancy can zoom in the camera for you guys. We've got part of the elk herd that's moving over here in our next door neighbor's pasture. You're probably just gonna have to get closer. So it was definitely bright here last night. Not sure if it's the full moon yet, but we definitely see migration of animals during the full moon as well. And usually if it is full moon or close to full moon, we get to see these guys. They're usually out during full moon, so you can see the elk herd. There's probably 30 or 40 of them down there right now. That herd can be upwards of a couple hundred if they're all out together. Well, hopefully you can see them down. They're right below the tree line, so if you look at the pine trees, you can see movement ahead of them. And that's the elk herd moving along. Donkeys keep a close eye on them. They watch them because they can see them moving too. What do you guys think? Do you see the elk? Huh? There's a lot of them. They'll usually move and they'll move across the street, which is the fence to our immediate right. And they'll go down closer into town during the full moon, and then they'll work their way back down along the creek bed once the full moon goes away. So they're watching the donkeys are watching them. Pretty cool. All right, so these guys are out to pasture for the afternoon. Everybody's doing well. Oh, hi, buddy. Maisie's out here with everybody. It's funny to watch the elk staring at the donkeys and the donkeys staring at the elk. Cat's out here in the pasture with them. She feels pretty safe with the donkeys around. Occasionally the donkeys will chase her. Most of the time she's fast enough to get herself out of the way before that happens. Come here, Lens. Here's a hug from Sophia. Here's a hug from Sophia. Yeah. Hi. Hi. Yeah, it's a good hug, isn't it? It's a good hug. Say hi, Sophia. Milo brought his ball. He wants to play. Oh, hey, buddy. You want to play? You want to play? Hmm? Milo loves to play ball. Come on. Come on. He usually plays with Lenny. I think that was his intention, not to play with me. Buddy, you want to play with him? Good boy, buddy. Good boy. When he plays with Lenny, Lenny can pick him up off the ground. He holds on to this pretty tight. Oh, maybe we're bringing Milo with us. What do you think, dude? What do you think, huh? Here. You want it back? You can see the elk, they're moving their way. We have not had them come into our actual pasture, only along the fence line. They keep an eye on the donkeys for sure, and the donkeys definitely keep an eye on them. So these guys will move up and out. What do you think, Minnie? What do you think, little girl? Huh? Hi. Hi, boogers. Hi, boogers. Mm. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. It's gotten very fluffy, very full. Nice and warm, aren't you, Mitz? Huh? Nice and warm. And he gets the award for all the best ear positions. Her ears are always moving. And you get lots of really good pictures of her with her ears all over the place. All right. You guys go play. We're going to go see the babies. So, like I said, vet coming this afternoon. Fortunately, the current second, everybody is healthy and doing well and thriving. So this is more routine stuff than non-routine, which we're grateful for. And we have ornaments that are headed out in the mail. So if you ordered ornaments, those are packaged up and ready to go. So look for those in the mail in the next couple days. We have some merchandise that's getting mailed. We have different stuff. So all that stuff we're trying to get out and to you so that you can enjoy it for the holidays. All right, let's head up and see the babies. So we've had lots of social media posts. I'm doing my best to get caught up on my adoption posts and congratulating our burros that have moved on to new homes. And it's been fun to write them because most of them I have updates on how they're settled into their new house. And so I've been trying to provide those as well. So keep watching for those. I'm doing my best to get caught up on those. Our newsletter went out yesterday. If you did not receive our newsletter via email and you would like a copy of it, feel free to comment and provide your email address or message me and provide your email and I will get it out to you. We're doing our best to get those out on a monthly basis as well. And like I said, Colorado Gives Day is our big promotion right now. I forgot to stop and check the boxes. So we'll play with these guys for a second. Unfortunately, they don't get to go out quite yet because they need to see the vet before they go play versus us chasing them around in the pasture because that is not the most efficient use of time for the vet or for us. So they're going to probably hee-haw at us when we walk away and don't let them out today. But we'll at least go up and say hi. Reeva's baby watch. Still no baby. Still no baby. But maybe this full moon, huh? Maybe this full moon it's time. We have not gotten up to their pens either. We made a couple switches to their pens this week. You can see the addition of the shade or the tarp over their hay net right there. That's to provide a wind block. There's Mr. Ozzy. Miss Zeta. I'm going to fill their water real quick. So all the moms and babies are doing great. Everybody halters leads, picks up their feet. I did all of the baby's feet last week. We filed and trimmed frogs and trimmed a little bit of hoof wall. So everybody in this pen is up to date on their hoof care, and they're all doing really, really well. Very spoiled. We spend a lot of time with them and lots of hugs, lots of attention, which is great. Handling the babies as much as we do at this age is an amazing thing because they turn into donkeys like Taz and Scout and Winston, who love people and love to be handled. And so, Miss Reba, there's still a baby in there, huh? That baby is getting bigger every day. Hopefully staying nice and healthy. Can't wait to meet him or her. And then we have Zephyr in the middle, Quince on the end, Zeta and Ozzy. Maggie's in the back. Micah and Copper are laying down all the way in the back, so we'll walk around there in just a second. Walk in and say hi to everybody. Let the tarp we put up because the wind hasn't made its full winter shift yet. Usually in the winter the wind comes from the north here, and we still have some southeast wind coming in, so that tarp is providing a little bit of protection and a little bit less exposure to these guys. Ozzy is chewing on our loafing shed, which he's not supposed to be doing. That's why we have metal on the edges, but that's called cribbing for the donkeys. And they don't do it to be naughty, they do it because he probably has teeth moving around in his mouth, growing new teeth, and they're also sometimes searching for nutrients or something that's missing in their day-to-day hay, and that's a source that they find it in the wild when they're out in the desert, so they chew on trees and stuff to get different nutrients than what they get off of the grasses and the things that they find on the ground. All right, kids, there's nice fresh water for you. Turn off the hose real quick and then we can go in and say hello. Things browned up pretty fast when it started to get cold, and you can see we still have lingering snow in the shady spots. Moisture is definitely much needed. Like I said, we're supposed to get a decent amount of snow overnight, so this could look very different tomorrow. And take advantage of the sun and the warmth while we have it today. Let's see, here's the babies. That's Micah and Copper Dillweed. Big. They're getting lots of personality. Micah is very much like Scout. He's very calm, very quiet. Copper is definitely spunky like Taz or like Winston. Might be like Winston. I think he's a redhead like Winston is, huh? Are you a redhead? Are you a redhead? Huh? Oh, you're toasty warm. You're toasty, toasty warm, aren't you? Yeah. Hi. You gonna chew on my string? Can you say hello to everybody? Say hello. I'm a dirty donkey. I've been rolling in the dirt. Currently licking my hand. Hopefully not biting my hand. Hi. Are you a good baby? Are you a good baby? Good boy. Good boy. So obviously we've developed quite a bond with these guys, and they trust us quite a lot because laying down and they allow us to come down and lay down with them. A lot of times we'll sit with them and just put their head in our lap and let them take a nap. And we won't do that right now because I may not get back up to finish my live with you guys. Miss Zeta, how are you, beautiful? This is Maggie. What, Zeta? Maggie is Micah's mom. Are you being a good girl today? Huh? Yeah, good girl. So, not too long ago when these guys came in, they've only been here since the middle of August, we could not handle these guys at all. So this shows the progress that they've made and the trust that they've formed, and you're a good mama, aren't you? You're a good mama. They're all getting their fur coats, and it's fun to see when we haven't seen them, because like Quince's coat is all curly. They're good donkeys. They like to go out and play. There's Zephyr. I'm hoping Zephyr gets her long hair back like she had last winter. She's getting thicker by the minute. You're getting thicker by the minute. You gotta stay warm, huh? Here's Miss Reba. Miss Reba's baby is all right here today. You could see him moving just then. Can I touch your baby? Can I see your baby? Huh? He's all on this side. He's all on this side. Yeah, touch. Say hi, baby. We can't wait to meet you. We can't wait to meet you. Okay. What do you think, Oz? What do you think, Oz? Should we go open the boxes and see what's in our boxes that we got? Huh? You can't come with me to do that. It would be fun, but. All right, so we'll head back this way. Once again, with these videos, every week I get feedback and comments, and I'm grateful for all the people that are watching them and enjoying them. And if you're liking our videos and enjoying watching them, please share them. Please tell somebody else about them. Have them subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're doing our best to grow our viewership and to provide you with content that is worthwhile and hopefully valuable to you, and hopefully a ability to learn a little bit, but also get to see our guys and what we're up to on a daily basis. So please feel free to share it. Make sure that you've liked and followed our socials and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm going to fix this tarp really quick because the snow is supposed to be coming in. We have new tarp things that are coming in shortly, early next week, so you might get to see those next week. Put up a better wind barrier for these guys, a little bit less exposure, a little bit warmer, safer place for them to be in the cold. Fortunately, with the snow coming tonight, it's not supposed to be too awfully cold. A couple of nights it's supposed to get down in the teens, but 2 or 3 nights and then that's gone again, and we're going to be back to 20s night and 40s to 50s during the day. So what snow we get probably won't hang out for too awfully long, except in our shady spaces and places that don't get a whole lot of sun, because we're at the point of shortest day of the year and there's not a whole lot of daylight. I think it took until almost 7 this morning to get light, and we will be dark by 4:30 today. So short days and lots to pack in while we're doing it. So that time of year. We have 2 more weeks, I think, and then the days start to get longer. So we'll count down to June, right, Nance? Nancy disappears and goes to warm country for the next several months. So she's the smart one in this group and doesn't stay through the next several months. So we'll go in here real quick and take a look at what we got. And we'll let you go about your Tuesday. Hopefully, like I said, you guys all had a great holiday and taking advantage of the Black Friday sales and the Cyber Monday sales and getting into the holiday spirit, getting some holiday shopping done. And we're grateful for the people that have taken time out of their personal shopping to do a little bit of shopping for the donkeys. Like I said, everything is appreciated, needed, used. So we received some first aid equipment. We received some farrier equipment. We have blankets everywhere. We have grain everywhere. We have a big mess in here is what we have. But we have 2 chewy boxes. This one contains beet pulp, which we use every day for the animals that are on free feed programs. So thank you. Seeing if it gives us any indication of who sent it. Does not. So if you were the wonderful member of our community who sent this and we can acknowledge you, please feel free to shout out and say that it was you so that we can properly thank you. But otherwise, thank you, thank you, thank you. We will most definitely use the beet pulp. And this one is a bag of total equine, which based on how much total equine is in here, you can see we definitely use that as well. Otherwise, we received some vet wrap. So those are used first aid wise. If we have abscesses or we have injuries, cover up bandages. And then we received a handle and top for a farrier rasp. So look forward to getting another rasp to put in there. And that's that. So all of those links are on our website for our Amazon wish list, for our Chewy wish list. We have lots of shop partners as well, where if you click on the links on the shop tab on our website to purchase items from the various people, we receive either cash back or some type of donation that comes to Burro Base Camp. So feel free to check out our product partners. We have Wild Ass Soap. We have our barbecue company. Can't think of it right offhand. Sorry. But there's several up there that you can shop. Hey Chicks, Hey Nets, Naughty Girls. What are you doing, kitty kitty? Did you kill that piece of wood? Huh? Did you get it? You want to say hi to everybody? Come here. Come here, I'm gonna get you. Meow. You say hi. Say I'm the barn manager. My name is Socks. So with that, we'll let you get about your Tuesday. Thank you for joining us. Please leave your comments if you have any questions for us, things that we didn't address or things that you have wondered about. And we'll talk about those on the next round. Have a great Tuesday, and we will see you next week. Thank you once again to all of our donors who have supported us through all of our campaigns right now.